Okay, welcome to the Pitchers Roundtable at an actual rectangular table here at Catawba College. We're here with Catawba pitchers Craig Brooks, John Tuttle, Nick Lomascolo, Ross Whitley, and Nate King. All pitched this weekend at the Southeast Regional Tournament in Mount Olive and helped the Indians to a championship, their first. And first, guys, can you kind of express to us what it means as a Catawba Indian player to bring home the first regional championship to the school?
Go ahead, Nate. Just feels great. It was a long road, but once we won the first game, I felt that we were going to go the whole way, and we did. So it was just a dream come true.
Anyone else?
I mean, it kind of didn't really set in right away, but like the day after, 2 days after, like we really started thinking about it, and for it to be the first time ever, it's pretty cool.
Let's see, the first game against Tusculum. Nick, how did that game go for you?
I didn't really have all my stuff, and I kind of had to battle through it. And then Tull coming in, I felt really good with that. And then the rain delay kind of threw everything off with that.
Did y'all feel like if it weren't for the rain that you would have got them?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was kind of a blessing in disguise that we lost that game for the way everything worked out, with who pitched against who and all that.
And then I'm assuming you were watching the Lander-Mount Olive game and kind of like Coach Gant said, he was expecting Lander. He was getting prepared for Lander.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you know what happened after that. And how did y'all handle that? Your game preparation, how did it change all of a sudden? Or did it?
I don't think the game preparation changed really too much, but we definitely were all thinking that we were going to play Lander. When that kid hit the home run, everybody was just like, wow, that's awesome. Mount Olive's beatable. And they were kind of in shock, and then Nate went out there and just kind of shoved. He was just like, here, boys, hit this. And they couldn't.
So it did it mentally, at least, did it kind of bring them down from their pedestal?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Definitely.
Okay. All right. Nate, can you kind of talk about your performance a little bit?
Yeah, I just kind of went right after them. I gave up a couple runs, but, I wasn't really nervous at all. Just kept going right after them, and I knew I was going to win the game. I didn't really feel a threat any time during that game, just by how they were hitting the ball, and, it just worked out. And
you threw 142 pitches total.
Yeah.
At any time did you start really feeling fatigue?
No, actually, I feel like I got stronger as the game went on, just because I knew my pitch count was high, and I knew I was going to have to give it more effort just to, have it tougher on the hitter and make it tougher for them to hit the pitch. So I didn't really feel fatigued at all. I didn't really worry about that or think about that. But I definitely feel like I got stronger as the game went on.
And they scored 2 off of you in the top of the 5th, and I believe you scattered your 7 hits. When did you really start feeling it and saying, we've got these guys?
Like I said, I think we got them from the first inning to the 9th. I wasn't really worried about it the whole game, but I think once I finished the 8th inning, the 9th inning, I knew it was just going to be 1, 2, 3 pretty much.
Okay, well, after that game, I think I don't want to say surprise because you expect to win every game, but coming off with that result and then putting Mount Olive out of the tournament at 0-2, not a lot of people expected that. So kind of how did that fuel the team, that win against Mount Olive?
Well, it was definitely lifted us up. We went from thinking that we were going to be 2 and out to kind of realizing that we had a chance, especially with the teams that were set up in front of us. We knew if we could take care of the next game that things were looking up for us, and that we were definitely on the right direction.
And then your game against Armstrong Atlantic was very dominating, obviously. Full game, 9 innings, 3 hits, no runs, and you struck out a career best 14. How'd you pull that out of your back pocket?
I don't really know. I just we've been air squadding the last 2 weeks preparing for it, and I just went out there with a definite game plan in mind, and I was just focusing on what I needed to do and executing each pitch. I didn't really worry about the game or how the game was going to develop. I just knew that I needed to get these guys out, and from watching them previous games, I could tell that there were certain hitters I needed to stay away from and certain hitters that I needed to attack. Their 4 and 5 guys are definitely their biggest hitters, and I just, pretty much tried to keep them out of the game and knew that if I could do that, we would have a chance to win the game.
Mm-hmm. Coach Gant said you were locating your pitchers. You weren't just randomly throwing them in there. Can you explain that?
Well, I've had a problem with my breaking ball this year. I definitely felt like I found the breaking ball in inner squads, really. And when I went out there, I was pretty confident that I could throw it wherever I wanted to, along with all the rest of my pitches. I got them sitting on the breaking ball and started throwing fastballs in there, and they were just taking fastballs. And they took a lot of good fastballs because they were sitting on the breaking ball, and that definitely helped.
Mm-hmm. And at this point, that was your second elimination game in a row. And between games, were y'all, what was your mindset? Were you just, let's just keep rolling, or what was it?
Oh, yeah. Especially after that game. The bats still weren't really weren't really scoring a lot of runs up until that point. And then in that game, we put up 11 runs. And everyone definitely, their spirit lifted and was like, well, we got a chance, we can hit, and we got the bats going. The fielding was excellent all weekend, and it was definitely that in our mindset we were like, we're going to win this at that point in time.
Yeah, actually the team defensively all weekend long only committed 2 errors, and that was in the first game against Tusculum, so they obviously helped you guys out on the mound by limiting the errors. John, your game, can you kind of give us some tidbits on your game, how you went? Because you had obviously or arguably one of the most dominating performances with 9 innings pitched, and it was actually under 100 pitches, which was key, and only 2 hits allowed and just 1 run. So.
Well, honestly, the biggest part was I just wanted to give the team a chance to win. I wasn't going to go out and try to strike everybody out, and I got ground balls, pop flies. The defense played behind me, and it really helped after the first inning to calm down after we scored 4 runs in the first. And that made me really relaxed. And, I just do my game. I'm not an overpowering pitcher. They swung at a lot of bad pitches, which really helped. And I just kept the ball down. That's also been my biggest key. Like, earlier in the season, I was leaving it up and getting hit a little bit, and I finally found all my pitches against Tusculum.
And how was it for y'all to finally to beat Tusculum when it mattered most after they took a obviously season series from you in the regular season?
It's huge.
Yeah. Okay, on to the championship game again. Nick, that was you.
Yeah, again, I didn't have all my stuff. I've been trying to work on a curveball a little bit, and they're really good hitters, just being patient and staying backside. And they saw my changeup down, which is normally my bread and butter, and so I kind of had to take that away. And then I was just trying to give the team a chance at that point. And then Brooks came in and did what he was supposed to do the last 5 innings of the game.
Right. And Craig, you wrapped up the game, very, very well, and with you only allowed 3 hits in your 4 2/3 innings. Can you kind of give us how you went about it?
I was pretty nervous coming in, and but whenever I got there, Coach said just go in there and shut them down, and I just wanted to give the team a chance since it was 4-4, keep it tied. And then whenever we got those 2 runs, it really pumped me up and gave me a lot of go get them. So whenever I went out there, I was ready.
What seemed to be what kind of pitches were working best for you, and why?
They wasn't really catching up to it. I don't know why. But,
did you feel like you hit your top velocity, low 90s?
Yeah, I felt pretty good.
Yeah.
I felt like I was throwing pretty hard.
And your championship celebration?
The last inning was pretty tough. It was raining really hard, and I could barely grip the ball, so I really don't know how Underwood was making the plays. But whenever he made the last play, I just threw my hands up because I was really excited. Haven't really felt that in a while.
Right. Okay, guys. Well, you're on to the national finals in Cary, and your first opponent is, of course, Indianapolis. And so, I mean, how does it feel to be there on the scene and to be playing, just teams from around the nation that you don't see often?
It really doesn't feel real, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it still hasn't hit me how amazing this is. Like the first time Catawba's ever been to the World Series, just to be a part of that. I mean, we don't know much about the teams that we'll be playing, but if we play like we did in the regional, then we have a good chance.
And do you feel it's important just to not really think about it, just to go play? Don't say, well, hey, let's try and play like we did in regionals. Just go out and play and let it happen naturally. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.